This is all going to be one huge oxymoron, so don't think too deep into this. Oh shit, I'm 50 minutes away from IQ. On today's episode of Leave It to Beaver... It's okay, I too had trouble keeping my Creole between the lines too. So y equals fuck this shit, I'm out. This looks sharp enough to jab in my neck. Never mind, I'd rather just doodle. The janitors will get after me. All that blood they gotta clean up. Jimmy, are you having suicidal thoughts again? No, sir. Please no more Ritalin. I can't take it anymore. This is a singing telegram. I hope it finds you well. If it's not pictures of Spider-Man, I'm not interested. Took you long enough.
What is it?
Well, Mr. Evans, Miss Black wanted me to bring this to you.
Oh?
Oh, she's rejecting my date offer. Well, fuck.
Won't you sit down, Jim? I understand you have an unusual pencil, Jim.
Yes, sir.
It's purple and it makes things come to
It's
life.
Nothing special.
But you're rather proud of it.
It has my name on it. I won it in an essay contest.
May I see it? Personally, I think that something like this is better for carving.
And also helps with lining up the cocaine for easy
I'll
snorting.
fix the desk, Mr. Edmonds. I'll sand it down and refinish it. You won't be able to tell where I scratched it at all.
That's a good idea, Jim.
I'll begin today after school.
That would be fine.
Well, what else do you want me to do, Mr. Edmonds?
Perhaps you can help me with the problem.
You see, my wife's
I'd
not
like
putting
to
out, and I need it bad.
My advice?
Yes, I've got quite a serious problem. There are a great many young people in the school, Jim. Each is an individual, but in one important way, they're all alike.
Sources of money.
They're all growing up.
Is that the problem, Mr. Edmonds?
Yes, growing up is a problem. Because, well, I remember one time I watched some of the boys play ball. You've probably seen it too. The boys are all about your age. In years, they're young men. But sometimes in their behavior,
They act like children?
that's it.
Have you seen soccer
The boy
players?
batting
Nothing but
struck out,
overpaid
and
toddlers.
what a fuss he made. He was a young man in years, but the way he behaved was more in keeping with a 5-year-old. When you see a child do the same thing, you think, oh, well, he'll grow up sometime. But at 15 or 16, this boy was still reacting the same way.
Well into their
He was still
30s when they were
showing
paid $1
violent
million
temper
to
when
play
little
for the
things went
Yankees.
wrong for him. So the question is, why doesn't he grow up? Why does he still behave as a child?
Because you guys suck at not telling us if we're good or
Get
not?
rid
Maybe if your
of
parents
these
paid me more, I'd give a
leftovers
fuck. But
from
shut up, this
childish
isn't about
behavior.
me.
That sort of behavior we call an infantile reaction.
Infant. Well, whatever it is, it spoils the game for others. Why can't he act his age?
I hate competition. I'm supposed to be special.
I guess scratching a desk spoils it for others, too. Why can't I act my age, eh?
That's what I'd like to know, Jim.
You're probably just stupid, but
Well,
I'll just
you
chalk it
know
up to
still
violent
about the
video
desk.
games.
But now this pencil. If you were a first grader, I'd just keep it, wouldn't I?
Oh, but Mr. Edmonds, I'm not a first grader.
You're also white, which means I'll get hell over it by the
No, you're
board.
not. So suppose you start fixing that desk. Come back for your pencil when you feel you're ready for it.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Jim.
Miss Mayberry, I need relief. Do it yourself!
Why can't I act my age? Fix up the desk and forget about the whole thing. Pencil gone? Oh, yes. Maybe one of these pencils will do it.
What was you expecting? Thinking a wooden pencil would open a
At your
sealed
age.
can of paint? God, you really are hopeless.
Oh, you're getting sore. That won't open the can. Hello? Oh, Mr. Olson. You can help, son? Why, yes. Do you have a knife or something to open this?
Yes, I guess so.
Don't take too long. I need to kill myself
Using
too.
yours.
I
How
hate
about
this
the
job.
desk, I see.
No, a pencil.
A pencil. Bright crop of young fellows in this school. Every day think up a new way to act like babies. Never grow up. Still little boys playing with marbles. Pencils, knives, pulling girls' hair. Well, there's no sense in cleaning up here until you're through. I'll come back later.
Oh, he's definitely the first to go when he shoots up to school tomorrow.
Still little boys. Playing with marbles, eh? Huh. But maybe it's true. Remember what Bill did yesterday. He was sitting right there.
Abracadabra transition.
I guess he thought no one was looking when he took Gene's notebook.
I'm gonna find some gossip on this dude. Oh, this is juicy. He still wets the bed.
Probably. And that's a childish thing to do. That's a child's way out.
It's only childish if you get
Remember
caught.
Miss Phyllis the other day. She seemed to be worrying about something, and when Miss Black called on her, and she wasn't ready with an answer, why, you'd have thought it was something terrible that had happened.
Little did Jimmy know that she was
He
suffering a
almost
bad
cried.
visit from Aunt Flo. But that's
Just
another
like the
film
little
for another
girls.
day, children.
Yeah, that's it. An infantile reaction. Why don't we act our age?
This is gold, coming from adults who later
I'm
on
going
would
to talk
rather
to
not
Mr.
act their
Edmonds
age
again.
and even go through surgery to
school
not even
tomorrow.
be their age.
I've given it a lot of thought, and
Puffed a lot of
well,
pain
I'm
fumes.
not the only one, Mr. Edmonds. Everyone seems to act childish sometimes, but I don't understand just why.
Well, it's partly because of the way we grow up. Your body's growing up now, Jim. You're growing much taller these years. But it may be some years more before your shoulders really broaden out and you become fully grown.
Soon you'll be playing football
Growing
like
up
I used to be
emotionally is much
before
the
that
same.
night.
Different parts of our personalities grow at different rates. Some of us never grow up entirely.
So one side of a fellow's personality could be grown up, and another still infantile. Is that right?
Yes. For example, you've seen the girl who always has to win an argument. Most of the time, she behaves like a young lady. But let someone disagree with her, well, she might just as well be 5 years old.
Because she grew up on
We've seen
Twitter.
reactions like this with young children. Then there's the fellow who can't take a joke. He laughs as hard as anyone at most jokes, but when the joke's on him, watch out. His 5-year-old brother would react the same way.
His daddy blew his brains all over the wall! His daddy blew his brains all over the wall!
There's the boy who constantly shows off to gain attention.
Oh yeah, I seen him on TikTok. Punchable face.
There's the girl who cries over trifles.
Leave Brittany alone!
Then remember, There's the ball player who becomes violently angry when he loses out.
He now works for the Arizona Diamondbacks and has since gone numb from losing.
Those are some of the many infantile reactions we see around us every day. They indicate that a part of one's personality isn't growing up with the rest. Now, what we need is some method of measuring our growth.
So we can determine how much
comparing
Adderall
various
to
parts of our
offset that.
personalities.
Say, I have an idea, Mr. Edmonds.
I'll just drink
I think I
alcohol.
can figure
Can't be
out my
fussy
age.
when you're
Anyway, I'd
shit-faced.
like to try.
Just a minute. Don't you want your pencil?
No, sir.
I might stab myself in my
wait until I know
drunken
how old I
stupor.
am.
It's for the best.
Let's see. How old am I? When someone
Oh, I'm sure this is better than therapy.
When someone pokes fun at me, when I want attention, when I am confused, when I don't get what I want. There. I guess those are pretty important times to watch out for infantile reactions,
That way I won't get videoed and put on r/facepalm.
and then see how well I can grow.
Oh, hello, Mr. Evans. Pop up another desk already?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how old I am.
Jesus, the
Ask your
education
mother.
system is
No,
in the
I mean,
shits if the kids
how
can't
old
remember
I
their
am and the way
birthday.
I behave.
Oh, don't rate yourself too high. I won't bother you, will I?
No, this is too important. I thought of it 2 days ago, so I made several copies of this and had my parents rate my age in each of these points, and my best friend.
Dude, I just want
My
you to
rating
shut up and
wasn't exactly
regurgitate
high in
facts
some
enough so the state will give us
It looks like
fucking
a good
money.
rating system. What do you do now?
Well, I'll have to work hard to bring my rating up. Here, for instance, where it says, how old am I when I don't get what I want? I rated myself 10 years old, and my dad put it even lower than that. So I'm going to get in the habit of controlling my temper, and maybe next month I'll have a better rating.
And
By
watch that
next
shit
year,
fly out the
I
window
wanna
when he
catch
won't be
up with my
rewarded
real
for it
age.
while some
That's
shitter on
something to look
YouTube gets
forward to.
sponsored by
I'll
Raid
say.
Shadow Legends.
Well, I'm not going to tell you all my ratings, but I thought you might want a copy of this.
I certainly would.
We'll make a great fire starter. I mean,
I
what?
think everyone here should rate himself and have his friends rate him this way, to make sure he grows up evenly.
And gets rid of those infantile reactions. I think I'd like my pencil back now.
It's there on the desk.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mr. Edmonds. Goodbye.
Submitted for your approval, a loser, and a principal who might sell you a lemon car.
How old are you? Wouldn't you like to try rating yourself on a sheet like this?
Dude, that movie's talking to me. I'm freaking out! That stayed on a little too long, didn't it?